Well, as you know, in most states, early voting has already started. Now, a lot of people are looking deep into these numbers. Who really fucking knows? I mean, honestly. However, I do feel, and this is just a feeling, that there is some hope to be had with the fact that, you know, it is some kind of indication that at least the idea of only voting on election day has gone away from the Republican Party. That has been a big thing that the Republican Party ground game has been working towards for a couple of years now, getting people out to vote, banking the vote, getting mail-in votes. And this is a quick little video about swing states and the early voting. Let's hear what they have to say.
But based on the likely partisanship of the voters that we've seen so far, we're seeing more Republicans as a share of the electorate than Democrats. Take a look at that. 4 years ago, less than a third, only 32% of people that had voted so far were Republicans. That's up 6 points so far this cycle. Now, that could be a sign of enthusiasm among Republicans. It could be because Donald Trump is sometimes at least supporting early voting. And it may be that these are voters they're going to vote anyway on Election Day. But the bottom line is that people are voting and they're enthusiastic about this race. In Pennsylvania, we've seen Republicans so far ahead of the 2020 pace. Again, Democrats are still a larger share of early voters, but there are more Republicans in just about all of the states where we've seen significant votes so far. But based on the likely partisanship of the voters that we've seen so far, we're seeing more.
All right. Sorry to get that going twice. So, look, it goes, in 32% up to 38%, 6% doesn't seem like a lot, but overall, I think that's a great thing. That in these early states, well, Florida's up there, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Wisconsin. That's great. It's like, let's say you had 10 people that are Republicans that are early voters. It's like, oh, well, they probably would have voted on election day. Okay, cool. Well, at least their vote is banked. And how many people do you know that are right-leaning, that were getting off work, or they had groceries in the trunk, and they pull up to the closest voting station that they had, and the line was long as hell. And they said, dude, fuck it, I just can't do this. I gotta go, right? The fact that people are voting is going to shorten that line on election day, and historically, Republican turnout has been higher than Democrat turnout on Republican Day percentage-wise. And I think that this will help. So this is going to carry forward some big gains. And I would also like to see how these mail-in ballots are breaking. I think that's going to be huge as well.